This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your source for the latest Iowa ag news headlines right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, Mark Magnuson, and Andy Peterson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Riley.
Good day and welcome to Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. Today is Monday, August 11th of 2025, and we are, of course, here at the Iowa State Fair for another beautiful day. We're so glad you can join us for today's show. In today's episode, I will be speaking with the judges of this year's Bacon Buddies show, a time-honored tradition at the Iowa State Fair, a lot of great benefit for a lot of great people. Look forward to having that conversation. We'll also speak with Sam Trainor of agmarket.net for the closing market summary. But first, here's that conversation as I was at the Bacon Buddies show, which happened right after the Governor's Charity Steer Show on Saturday. We're at the Bacon Buddies show 2025 at the Iowa State Fair with this year's judges, Jared and Sherry Baker. Great to see new faces as the judges this year. The Bacon Buddies show has been very successful at the Iowa State Fair. Jared, if you could start off here and just talk about the experience, looking forward to right about stepping in the ring.
Yeah, a few minutes away from stepping in and a program that the Iowa pork producers started as part of the We Care initiative with Iowa pork producers, and really a program that's taken off statewide and includes every aspect of everybody in our community, and it's really been a neat program.
And Sherry, I know this is, you guys are the judges of the program, but really you're functioning more as kind of the facilitators of the show. Yes. To make sure that these athletes are being, shown properly with these pigs.
Yep, we've loved watching this program grow from the start on to up what it's developed into, and seeing all of the counties start to develop their own Bacon Buddies shows as well, giving these kids more experiences and more chances to get out and experience some agriculture.
And then Jared, when it comes to the show, hopping in the ring, what are you guys looking forward to the most about getting in there with these athletes and watching them show these pigs?
I think one of the most exciting things is just watching how they react to being out in the ring and being around pigs, watching their mentors grow with them as the day has gone on. It's really been a neat experience to watch them grow and the excitement that they have to get out here.
And Sherry, if I could have you touch on not only the show itself, but the importance of having this event, bringing awareness to the Special Olympics of Iowa. It's really a great opportunity, not only for pig showmanship in the state of Iowa, but to a very special cause.
Yes, so obviously the pork industry in the state of Iowa is huge to not only our economy, but the well-being of our citizens. And so I think it's great for our pork producers and our Special Olympic athletes to get to work together, come together, and show that we can all coexist and we can share our experiences and really grow through all those opportunities.
All right, well, I know the show is about to start. I'll let you guys go and get in the ring. Thank you so much for taking the time today, and good luck with today's show.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks again to the folks who run the Bacon Buddies show. Of course, that took place this past Saturday right here in the swine barn at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. We'll take a look at the closing markets next, but first, here's a word from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. And we're here now with Sam Trainor of agmarket.net to take a look at the closing market summary. Sam, first off, we're here at the Iowa State Fair. It's a great weather day. How are the grain markets looking today? I know they're looking pretty great as well.
They were, yeah, absolutely. Had a really strong day in soybean market today. Closed up not quite at the highs of the day. We did go up to 10.15 November futures overnight last night. Never did quite eclipse that, but regardless, finishing up about 23 cents on the day here to close out this Monday. Obviously, tomorrow's big USDA WASDE report, so all eyes will be focused on that. But we were higher today on a post from President Donald Trump. He had mentioned that he hopes that China will quadruple its soybean purchases out of the U.S. here going forward to ease some trade tensions and that sort of thing. So if we're able to see something like that, obviously would be very, very good here for the markets. not sure how that's all going to play out here. With right now, we have 0 purchases on the books for new crop for soybeans out of China. But regardless, that's what the traders were seeing today, and that's why we were higher.
So then when we look at those social posts from Trump overnight that really caused that soybean market to go up, it's right now, we were looking for a long time at it's going to take something big to change the markets from the trajectory they were on. And it seems like we found that thing, right?
Yeah, here in the short term anyway. So today, obviously, kind of a knee-jerk reaction. Be interesting to see how the trade reacts tomorrow, kind of let the dust settle a little bit. And like I said, bigger news out tomorrow will be the USDA WISER report, where we'll get our first look at surveyed yield results here for this upcoming crop. And something for everybody to remember here, that the post on True Social was just that. It was just a post. There's nothing tangible done here. No deals have been made or anything like that. We're just kind of speculating here, and that's why we're a little bit higher, just based off of what he was posting on his social media there. But again, nothing set in stone here.
All right, Sam. And then on the other side of the marketplace with the livestock complex, how are cattle and hogs trading today?
It was kind of a whirlwind, and then ended up with not a whole lot of action. Finished up about 10 to 20 cents with fats and feeders here today. But if you watched it throughout the session, it was a very interesting trade. We were up pretty strong and then down pretty strong there for a while, and just kind of kept swinging back and forth, both sides unchanged, but was able to finish in the green here a little bit here today. I think the trade is still dissecting the major sell-off that we saw on Friday. Feeders were lock limit down across the board, so we did have expanded limits today. Thankfully, we didn't go and test those limits. Like I said, we were trading about $1 on either side unchanged, but finished out the day just about 20 cents over unchanged here, higher on the day.
And then we've been hearing from fair attendees at the Iowa State Fair that even though those prices were, like you said, kind of moving down, testing those limits, there were still auction sales in the north and south that were finding pretty good results. I know I heard one quote around the 250 area, so those prices can be found if you look for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that is what has been carrying this market. And I expect to see that remain the same here. These cash levels at these lofty levels, and you keep hearing these sales across the country for 250, like you said, even higher in some areas. And as long as that cash trades at a premium to futures, they're going to continue. The futures market, that is going to continue to try to chase those levels. And we're going to have peaks and valleys along the way, and that's what we saw on Friday with a sharp sell-off. Anytime you're in the futures market, though, with money managers in there, they got to take some profits every now and then too. So I think that's part of what we saw on Friday and early this morning. Even like I said, we were pretty back and forth here today, but the cash is still king here, and that's what we're following in these livestock markets.
All right, Sam, lots of great information today. For anyone who would like to get in touch for more marketing information from the team, how can they do that?
Best way would be to visit our website at agmarket.net, or you could give us a phone call here, 1-800-779-1515. Another thing I'd like to mention too, for any of your listeners that plant Beck seed or work with that, we are attending all the Becknology Days events too. So if you happen to be stopping at a Becknology Days event, be sure to stop by our booth and take a look at our app there.
Well, appreciate you mentioning that, Sam. Bex is a great partner of ours, and we always enjoy working with them. Thanks again for your analysis, as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, very good. Thanks a lot, Riley.
Thanks again to Sam Trainor of agmarket.net for joining us today. We'll take a look at the closing market prices next through the market window at iowaagnet.com. At the close, September corn up 2 1/4 at $3.85 even. September soybeans up 24 even at $9.91 3/4. September soybean meal up 4.20 at $2.80.80. Soybean oil up 48 cents at $53.19. Chicago wheat up 1/2 cent at $5.15 even. Kansas City hard red wheat up 3/4 cent at $5.19 even. Minneapolis spring wheat up 2 cents at $5.77 even. September oats up half a cent at 333.5. On the Merc, August live cattle up 52 cents at 233.07. August feeder cattle up 82 cents at 340.22. October lean hogs up $1.10 at 91.77. Pork cutout went unchanged at 102.22. And August Class 3 milk up 2 cents at 17.39. That's been a check of the markets here on Ag Matters PM, and that also brings us to the end of today's show. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. Also follow us on social media at Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and TikTok, and find our video content as well as previous episodes of Ag Matters PM on our YouTube channel. Make sure to find those episodes and subscribe and hit the notification bell to see when those videos go live. As always, check out our free morning, midday, and closing market podcasts, as well as the Iowa Ag Matters podcast and Pods Potential. Find those on your favorite podcasting services at Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and Podbean. Once again, on our website at iowaagnet.com under the podcast tab. From the Iowa State Fairgrounds in Des Moines, I'm Riley Smith. On behalf of the entire Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network broadcasting crew, we thank you for joining us. This has been Ag Matters PM.